Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the SAIT Student Film Festival of 2021. Obviously, we couldn't all be here in person tonight, as you all know, in the safety of your homes, staying safe, drinking hot cocoa, and eating spaghetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Zach Schmidt Horst.
Wow, what a turnout. It is phenomenal to see you guys all gathered here today. You know, we really dodged a gigantic bullet with that huge scurvy scare we had this time last year. We could have all had scurvy, folks. Yar!
Boo!
Yep. Yar. Moving on. We have a fantastic show for you guys this evening. From dark comedies to light comedies to gray comedies to space oddities, we have drama, fantasies, documentaries, and French New Wave. We also have our fair share of musical guests throughout our performance tonight, including our headliner, Huey Lewis and the News.
What?
Sorry, that's just the news. We're okay. Now, don't forget to remind yourself that we do, in fact, live in a dystopian society, so you can expect to be hounded by more than a few commercial breaks throughout our presentation this evening. Well, it looks like the reel's ready to roll, so sit back, relax, and please, no freaking fireworks. Have a fantastic night. Thank you.
And one more thing before we go. We hope that you enjoy the show.
My name's Desmond Lee. I'm the head coach for the Jingwu Cultural Association. What are the historical origins of lion dancing? From what I've learned, it's got multiple origin stories. It's steeped in Buddhist tradition for sure, but it came about as a way to celebrate special occasions and whatnot. Suffice to say, it's steeped deep in mysticism and symbolism, and used to bring about good luck, ward away evil spirits. The whole premise behind the lion is appeasement. So when you invite a lion out to dance, the goal is to bring in good luck, ward away bad spirits and bad luck. But in order for an animal to do that, you gotta tame it. That's what the Buddha character would do, is to help tame the lion and then direct him to spread the luck. The way we kind of use him, he's more of a, I guess, an entertainer. I wouldn't call him a clown. Some people refer to them as more of a clown. He is an important character, right? He adds a bit of a humorous aspect in terms of what we do. It's just another level of interaction that I think makes the whole performance charming. In lion dance, you've got three basic instruments. You've got the drum, you've got the cymbals, and you've got the gong. The drum, of course, the driving heartbeat of the whole dance. Everything follows the drum, and as we've evolved, the drum follows the lion. The drummer would be, in a sense, the lead, and playing the beats that would essentially tell the lion what to do. You know, the cymbals and the gong, complementary, but also very important. The gong, I guess if you think of a band, the drum's the lead guitar and the gong's the bass. So while not being overly loud, it does maintain a certain rhythm. The cymbals themselves, depending on how you play, is kind of the more exciting part. So the cymbals really add that bit of excitement and energy to the whole performance.
Jingwu is an association that's promoting Chinese culture through lion dancing to those we perform for around the city as well as southern Alberta. It teaches younger generations of the Chinese traditions and culture, as well as reminds the elders of their homeland.
If I was to say what we've done here, the Jingwu itself, the original mandate for this organization is to bring wushu and this kind of Chinese culture into the Olympic realm. And the mandate was that when we originally formed. But since then, it's more become a place where we're trying to take, firstborn, first generation immigrant children and connect them a bit with, the culture that their parents were brought up in, but to also find their own way in identifying themselves. Because, when I was growing up, I was always in between. I wasn't quite Canadian, wasn't quite Chinese, right? Being the only Asian kid in my school, it was kind of a weird thing. So Jingwu for me was a place to bridge that gap.
My name is Matthew No. I have been doing line dance for 13 years now. I've joined Jingwu when I was 10 years old. Ever since then, I am now a director on the board of directors. The process of line dancing, based on the location and based on what performance we're doing, that'll vary on how we set up the performance. A standard performance, how it starts usually is with the lions either entering in and sleeping, or they're already started and they're in position. So once the line dancers bow in, they get into the lion, then the lion goes to sleep. The lions are slowly awakening, start blinking, start cleaning themselves off, and slowly start waking up. The moment they get up, we always traditionally start with 3 bows, starting from the left to the right into the center. Then we do something called the Heisi, which is like the awakening of the lion. It's a big movement, it's just showing off the strength of the lion and the power of it. Then in between that is the lions interacting, and this is when the beat starts becoming a little bit more mysterious, and the lion's just curious, and it's showing curiosity, and there's a lot of emotion tied into this. Lion's curious, and then they see each other, they see other lions, and then they start approaching one another, then they start interacting. We have certain moves such as the head bite, where the lions both kind of nip at each other's necks, and then they jump away. We also have the tail chase, where the lion is curious about its tail and it sees it's wagging, and it starts chasing itself. We also have this thing called sanpao, which is where the lions intersect and they jump through each other. Afterwards, they start the clacks. That's when the lions are sort of blinking. We will finish with one more awakening of the lion, the Heisi. Then we'll end with 3 bows starting from left, right, and center. Then we end.
Learning line dance is a time-consuming process, as when you start off, you need to gain flexibility, strength, stamina. You'll learn the foundations of lion dance, which is usually martial arts, so stance work. You'll learn how to maneuver as 2 people in a line, as you have a head and a tail. And you want to be able to communicate with your tail or your head so it looks like one unit.
Technical difficulties that I've personally faced would probably be the mental toughness. Growing up, I would never really join any sports. Technically, Jingwu was the first sort of physical endurance thing that I did after school, extracurricular activity type of thing. So it was the mental toughness to be able to go through all of that. I think one of the hardest things that we do at Jingwu is doing stance work. And that's where you just hold a stance like a horse stance. You would just hold that for minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and sometimes they would just time you, and it becomes like this mental battle. It's no longer physical, like your legs are already giving out and everything, but it's that mental toughness and that discipline that constantly continues to help you keep fighting. As time goes on, things become easier. Things obviously become more muscle memory and you start picking things up. Other challenges that I would face from that point on would just be having clarity to develop, create a plan, organize it, and then relaying it back to our members. Stepping up as like a leader figure, looking out for the younger generation, and then reteaching them what I learned.
My name is Alex. I've been a member of Jingmo for over 17 years, going to 18. I'm also the current president for the board of directors, and I've been teaching the classes for over 10 years. In terms of modernizing it, our history specifically is we have a lot of generations. We go based off of generations. So every new line of kids is the next generation. So for example, the first generation that started us off in the 80s, their way of line dancing was very martial arts based. So they did a lot of stance work, martial arts inspired movements, and made the lines very, I would say, very blocky. By the time it was Dez's generation, so that would be the second generation, he decided, I want to make it a bit more animal-like. So he wants to throw in a bit more interaction. So that's why he created the head bite, the tail chase, the sanpao through, created all those different movements. And then the following generation, which would be our generation, so mine's, Matthew's, and Eric's, our generation, we wanted to kind of, how can we improve it? So for us, we actually created another move on top of that. It was actually, jokingly, we called it bum flower, but then it actually became a move that we do all the time. And on top of that, Every single individual performer is their own specific lion. So they would interact differently. They would be performing differently. Let's take, for example, Matthew's performance. Like when he performs in the lion, he's more agile. He's more active. He's jumping around a lot. So you can say that as that's his personality for that specific lion, whichever he makes.
Today, lion dancing has moved into championships. They've adopted different changes. Back then, it was traditionally just for males to be doing lion dance, but today we've accepted all genders and all races and all different people to be doing lion dance.
Traditional line dance, females were relegated to more of the secondary duties. However, in order to counter that and to change these traditional attitudes, I feel like more females just have to take that risk and join. However, at Jingwu and many of the line dance communities out here, that traditional attitude is not reflected as much. I also feel like my personal experience went by pretty smoothly because I had female seniors that I was able to look up to and took care of me.
Lion dance is beyond the dance, it's beyond the martial arts, it's beyond all of that. Today, I believe lion dance is a way to promote and show off the Chinese culture to new faces, really bring that awareness to what lion dance really is. Because a lot of people may not know what it's about. A lot of people may not even have heard of it before. Lion dance is a form of entertainment and it's no longer about competing who is the best. Although there is a certain area for that where there is competitive lion dancing. However, with Jingwu, I believe lion dance has become more of a social lubricant where it brings people together. It brings people of all different cultures to just stop and watch and just enjoy and appreciate the Chinese culture.
Line dancing, like originally, like when I first joined, I just wanted to do it just because I wanted to perform and just kind of feel, like honestly just against the costume, because I mean, it's so bright and beautiful, like you want to join it. But then after time, like when you actually get to know everyone and you actually become a part of like the culture within, you really feel like that it's more than just line dance, really representing your culture, your community, and just honestly just being Canadian, the fact that we're able to like even just perform in such an area where it's quite openly accepted.
Traditions are just a transmission of customs and beliefs. I believe that traditions should be passed on from one generation to the next. It gives people a sense of identity and a place of belonging. I believe traditions are important in order to teach the next generation how things were before and also remind everyone else of how their heritage is.
Don't be afraid to dive in. I think a lot of kids nowadays, they're afraid to show that they are connected to a different culture. You can't be afraid to just show that stuff off, right? I know some kids are like, you know, I eat funny things, or I listen to funny music, or my parents do funny things or behave differently, and that's okay. For future generations that want to learn stuff like lion dance, and for parents not to be afraid to let them try. And that's the biggest thing for us. It's a free class, we don't charge. If you come and you like it, you stay. You don't like it, cool, you tried it, right? At least you can say that now in your life, and maybe later on you'll come back, or later on when you have kids, you want them to try it, right? So really it's just, don't be afraid to show off your culture a bit, particularly as a first generation Canadian Chinese, just connecting back to what my parents grew up with, right? And what they're familiar with.
Dude, you are so late. Beatrice is pissed. And let me guess, you stayed up all night watching those conspiracy videos.
Hello, friend Bob. Convey to this Beatrice my most sincere apologies.
You okay, dude? Look, dude, you gotta start taking this job a little more seriously. If you don't, you're just gonna find yourself getting fired.
Steve, what the hell are you doing?
I approached to inquire about the ritual of human mating, but was overtaken by the scent of your beverage.
Beatrice! Steve's being really weird again.
Now, Steven, I trust you know why we're having this conversation.
To engage in human mating?
Dude, what the hell happened in there? I heard a lot of screaming.
I was awarded an incredible honor, termination. The large alpha female, Beatrice, referred to it as shit can.
Hello? Can I get some help here? Hey! I'm renting these movies.
What an incredibly thoughtful gift.
Listen here, you snarky twerp. Just check out my movies or I'm gonna have to have a word with your manager.
They appear to be perfectly functional.
Where the hell do they find guys like you? As if it's that hard.
Didn't Steve just get fired?
Seriously?
Wait a second. That's my ex. I told him to stop coming around here.
That's it? I've had enough of you. Hey!
You have harmed friend
Something is seriously wrong with you, man!
Thanks, Steve. You know, I always thought you were like a huge weirdo, but seeing you stand up to my ex like that was actually kind of hot. Maybe we can go for a beverage together sometime?
Steve got a date with Gwen. Come here.
Friend Bob. Friend Gwen has given me a parchment with mysterious numbers on it. I need your help to decipher it.
Dude, you gotta come clean with me. What is going on with you?
Nothing of import, friend Bob.
Bullshit! The Steve I know would never stand up to a guy like that. Or for that matter, Gwen would never call him hot.
Friend Bob.
Cut the shit! You know what I think? And I can't believe I'm saying this. I think you're an alien.
I have a confession. This may shatter your tiny, puny, insignificant primate brain. But I am not your friend Steve. I am in fact from another world. An alien.
Yeah, I know. That's what I just said.
I'm only telling you this now because I have decided that human culture is far too strange and unpredictable for the purposes of leisure and relaxation. I believe you humans call it vacation.
What?
I must go now. Friend Bob.
Oh. Bob. Oh, that was sick. That was awesome. I miss you, dude. I miss you too. I told you they were real.
So, what did it feel like? You know, have an alien inside you.
Have you ever broken a bone?
Of course.
Well, it's nothing like that. It's more like, have you ever waxed?
Can't say I have.
Here, let me grab some hair. Like that, kind of. Kind of like that, but also everywhere and all inside at the same time.
You seem pretty relaxed for that being everywhere.
Well, to be fair, I no longer had control of my body.
Tragedy can strike at any time. We're never ready for it. We can't change it. We can't hide from it. We can only be prepared for it. Live Long Term Life Insurance. Call 188-LIVE-LONG.
Luke, I'm going to start off with a few basic questions. Is that all right? Good. Where were you on the morning of November 15th at or around 11:30 a.m.?
We were just having a picnic. It was our anniversary.
I'm so sorry, Luke. I do love you, but I just can't do this anymore.
It was such a beautiful afternoon.
Luke! Luke!
We had been planning that picnic for weeks.
Luke, what, are you just gonna run away? Luke!
Had you driven her to the park that day?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We grew up next door to each other, and I used to drive her every day since I got my license. I'm sorry, I'm still having a very hard time talking about it.
That's fine. Let's proceed. Can you tell me, to the best of your ability, any and all events that transpired on the day of the picnic?
After eating, we decided to go for a walk.
Luke, are you just gonna run away? Luke!
Just please, leave me alone, please.
I can't leave you. I know you're upset, but I can't leave you like this.
Upset? I'm ruined. You couldn't possibly understand what this feels like.
Luke, I don't...
Things were just so perfect. Why would you do this?
Perfect? How could you be so ignorant?
So what?
Look, let go.
You're ruining everything. Why would you do this? Say something!
Because I don't love you anymore. I don't. Let go. I'm so sorry. No, I didn't mean that.
Were you two having any problems of any kind?
No, no problems at all. It was our anniversary, actually.
Yeah, you mentioned that. There were no disagreements during the picnic?
No. None that I can think of. I mean, we did bicker about who would get the bigger slice of the cheesecake sometimes, but that's about all.
And what happened when you two got back to your car?
So, she asked me to take her to the library instead of her house. I mean, she was an incredibly smart girl, you know.
Well, that's all we need from you for now. And I'm sorry, Luke. I know this is a really hard thing to go through. It takes a real monster to commit these kinds of acts.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I mean, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
like you are hearing right now, I think I'm consider myself a really open-minded and talkative person. I would use more body language or facial expression to express how I think.
You don't know what the path is. You don't know the winds and the twists of your own river are going to be. All you do is start, and if it continues to be meaningful and you continue to want to strive, then when you hit a bank, you bounce and you go somewhere new.
I guess I treat my voice and my music as a whole as a kind of, with a lot of artifice. It's like shooting a film. I'm not really trying to show myself or make myself be truly heard in that sense when I'm singing songs or playing songs for people. Throughout most of my childhood, I never really thought of the voice as an instrument. I just thought it was a fun little thing to do until I guess started writing some songs. Well, I guess it was my only way of expression back then, and I guess it is still.
Well, every voice actor always has to bring their personality and their engine to any role. And then, yes, it gets draped with whatever fabric or mask or makeup or changes is going to happen to make that character visually different than you. But at the core of things, we find inclusion and we find permission to just be. And so it's about just bringing your authentic self.
When I just came to Canada at the beginning, like I would say my English sucks. I couldn't even like respond people the question, how are you? The basic question. Like I don't know how to respond to them. I think people usually think when they speak in different language, they're gonna change a different personality. But for me, I feel like I'm the same. Similar, I would say that.
In the time I spoke Tagalog, I didn't really think about my voice in this way, but I certainly feel like I have a lot more confidence within this language and within the way I've taught myself how to speak.
I think we walk around this world being told to be quiet and polite and to not be too emotional because it's very uncomfortable for everyone else. And so you put a voice actor in a padded cell with a microphone, and then you're told to do what is needed to achieve the intention of the character or the spot. And that usually means being loud. And that usually means being aggressively emotional. That usually means being very present in the full gamut of human experience.
And my Chinese name is Yu Tingyan, and everyone call me Amber.
My name is Brendan Hunter.
I am Derek Sanan.
你问我说，你是问我，就是当我在讲英文的时候跟讲中文的时候，个性有没有不一样？我自己感觉有不一样。所以其实，在你1个月前问我这个问题的时候，我才认真思考。其实我发现好像是一样的，因为就是都是一个很大拉拉，我个人觉得是一个很大拉拉的个性之类的，所以我会觉得蛮有趣的。因为大部分的人都是不一样的嘛，所以我个人觉得我是一样的。
To find your own voice is no different than to just keep being brave, which is not an easy thing to ever expect of anyone. Some people may scoff and some people may say, yeah, I'm more of a take what I want kind of person, but I want to love my life and I want to love living my life. And if that means sometimes getting hurt, then I'd rather love and lose than never love at all.
I guess if I had one regret is that I kind of really denied my voice for a long time, especially when I was still kind of getting to terms with being in Canada. You know, find the values that you have in your voice right now. Just find a place that's comfortable for you and doesn't feel like you're kind of denying another part of yourself within it.
我觉得这个结论很你，就是很忠于你的那种个性啊，跟你的那种想法。好，我觉得那这次我们的 interview 就这样结束了，所以非常谢谢你的参与。
Louise, you really got a hold on me. You're taking me up by the feet, my fist and hand, just like a eating crow. Little did I know that you had my life, an X-Acto knife, and I'm accountable for your ills. Make me take your pill.
scrawny guy. Well, 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 aren't we a big boy? I'll make short work of you. Too easy. All right, time to bring out the big guns. Good one. Lucky shot.
A fist in hand, just suckering crow. But little did I know.
Shall we roll?
Yeah.
Sound wants to
Speak.
roll?
Thanks.
Do you want me to call in? I'll call that. Camera. Rolling. Sound.
Speak.
Action. Good. Should we try it again?
Are you broke? Feeling hopeless? Helpless? Have you got body parts to spare? Plenty of Organs is here to help. Just put in all your private medical information like your age, weight, star sign, ancestry, past generations, or name, your doctor's secret, the and the blood type, and we'll tell you how much your body parts are worth.
Once you know your worth, we'll connect you with people who want those body parts.
Once you get a match, you can receive your funds directly through a patented secure service, Organ Cash.
Thanks, Plenty of Organs.
Thanks, Plenty of Organs.
Thank you, Plenty of Organs. Plenty of Organs. If you've got the guts, you'll get that cash.
Jeff. Jeff. Jeff, are you listening to me?
Sorry, I was thinking.
Sure. Okay. So what are you doing here? What is it this time?
I need a bit of an extension. It's just I still think the relationship between the lawyer and his son isn't fleshed out enough.
I gave you 2 extensions already.
I just want to make something great, something people remember, you know?
Listen, I see potential in you, Jeff. I really do. But my rep is on the line here. Your job was to get this in on time. Otherwise, there's no book. And you have no career.
I'm sorry, I'll get it done.
I want to see this completed and on my desk in a week from now. Understood?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Jeff?
What are you doing here?
I've been trying to reach you. We need to talk.
Didn't I tell you never to contact me again? Get out of my way.
It's important. Please, Jeff.
There's nothing to say, Frank.
I'm dying. Cancer. I'm not leaving, Jeff. Do you hear me? I'm not leaving.
Hey, I'm just having trouble figuring out how to resolve the conflict between the lawyer and his son. Could you give me any advice?
Are you kidding me? You can't just call me whenever. I'm not your friend.
Sorry, I'm just really having a hard time.
Figure it out. You want to be remembered? Write something. This is your last chance. Make the deadline, or I'm dropping you.
I come in peace. So, this is what being a writer is all about.
As of the moment, yeah.
You really use that thing? You have computers now, you know.
All the greatest novels of the 20th century were written using typewriters.
Oh.
So, how long do you have left?
A year. Maybe. Listen, I've got a lot to say. Hear me out? I want to make amends. I was a bad parent. And I know I was kind of rough on you growing up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything.
Why?
Because you're my son. We're family. I don't mean to get all mushy on you, but can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Why should I believe you? If you weren't dying, would you still feel the same? You never really cared about me.
That's not
my
true.
Writing.
That's not true. Your writing kept you away from everyone. I was just trying to help you, Jeff.
You still don't get it.
Get what? I give up. I'm trying to apologize, and you don't give a shit. When are you gonna realize that your writing doesn't mean everything?
What do you know?
You ever done anything? I'd rather die trying than end up like you.
I busted my ass for 14 hours a day to put food on the table.
All I ever wanted was a father who cared about me, who accepted me.
Oh,
you're too stupid to
you
know
wanted
it.
me to accept you? You couldn't even throw a ball, you little pussy.
And what? You think you could be a writer, huh, Frank?
Your writing is garbage. You're never gonna make it. You're wasting your life on that worthless book. All I wanted was a son I could be proud of, that I could do things with. Is that too much to ask for? Ah! When you die, I'll be proud now. What did you just say?
Get out of my house. Now.
Is there any time throughout the process, this year or first year, where you kind of defied your own expectations and did something that you weren't sure you were going to be able to?
Every time I do something in art department, I feel like I end up exceeding my expectations because you just beat yourself up. And you're worried people are gonna judge you the same way that you've been judging yourself. But people just, I don't know, they comfort you with so much kindness. And that feels like, makes you feel like you've gone above and beyond, even if you feel like you didn't, you know?
Chris, I can't keep waiting for some sort of miracle. I want to try and live what—
How many times are you going to watch these videos? We've been on this planet for exactly 3 months' time. Results were expected in half of that.
Sort of miracle. I want to try and live whatever life I have left, as hard as it is without you.
How about instead of you crying here every night, maybe you could focus on finding the alien life forms? 10 billion lives are lying quite literally in the palms of your incapable hands, yet you conceive thoughts of only one woman.
She wasn't just a woman!
This is goodbye, Chris.
She was my beloved.
Beloved, it's hard to keep away from the things that I love. I stay here in space and I think a lot of the people that I lost, the ones I left behind. I try to stay away, but it still stays on my mind. I look down to see the world. It's one of a kind. Staying here was clear, but now I'm starting to go blind, holding on to the memories of the ones that I knew. But as I make new ones, I find that there's no one like you. I keep a picture of you, so I always remember. No matter how the time goes by, I always keep you close. It's hard to think of the times we never got to spend together. Just the thought of you keeps me up from my lows. The countless nights we spent until the sun began to rise, watching movies, laughing, bringing tears to my eyes. Now I cry here for you and what was meant to be. It's hard to stay awake without you sitting next to me. The beauty of space would be better with you. I know when I departed, a piece of you did too.
I wanted him. Wanted him.
Sorry.
So I don't know I should see you wanted me.
Thank you. Hey guys, can you come back to my ship with me?
Ah, you're back. Did you kill and extract the... Chris? You stupid man-child. Why'd you bring them here? Good for nothing. Calculating total kill radius. Oh! They're my friends! Becoming friends with aliens. Ugh. When are you gonna learn to grow up and do what you're told?
They don't need to die! Listen to me!
Guess I have to do this myself. Emergency protocol initiated. 10, 9.
And I know you may never feel the same pain I do, but you have so much to gain, and I have so much to lose. So it's time that I finally let you float. I wish you all the fame to come and help you grow, although I'll always love you for what we had. It's sad, but I stand here for us, and I let you go. Goodbye, Anna Kendrick.
God. Run.
Oh my God!
You ready?
All right, we're good.
Okay, action.
Go ahead. Kyle, reach your hand. Oh, Kyle, that's too much.
The one thing that I've taken from this experience is the fact that I am Ukrainian. My name is Marilyn Josephine Antonuk and Grant. I was born in Estevan, Saskatchewan, January 25th, 1941, and my parents were Mike Antonuk and Jean. Okay, my life in Saskatchewan was life on the prairies, and I was exposed to urban and rural lifestyles. And in rural, it would be things like working on a farm, being exposed to the animals and the chores that were required all the time. In terms of the urban, it was a bit different. It was more things that were required within the home, helping mom and dad, but it was more play. And the best friends that I had were my brother and sister. So loneliness was something that we never ever experienced. It was an uncomplicated life. The other thing that I was exposed to is change, a great deal of change, because Dad worked on the CPR, and part of what happened was he would be moved from one location to the next. So we were always meeting new people and having to adapt. However, that transition took place much better with my mother, because she was Canadian and she knew, she'd lived in the culture and stuff, she actually adapted. In the home, Mom spoke Ukrainian and Dad did as well. So we never spoke English at all. What happened was that Mother had to teach us English because for us to go to school, we wouldn't have been able to succeed at all. And she made our transition much easier. She also was a great support for my dad. He was illiterate. And so Mother was his teacher, his mentor, and also she was the one who was his greatest support. So his transition was quite easy as well, too. As I grew up, I always had a void. There was always something missing. So in 1979, I had the good fortune of going with my mom and dad to the Ukraine.
And for the first time, videotaping the village of Metkio.
And my dad, he met his brother again. And this is my dad and his brother, Xanki. I heard stories about the things my dad did, how he'd get up the tree and they were reminiscing about stealing the fruit from someone else, yet they had a lot. And I got to experience that because I ate the fruit. I actually got to drink out of the same well that my dad drank out of when he was a little boy. So a lot of the things were recreating what my dad did. But it gave you a sense of who you really were, and it gave you a sense of why you do the things you do as well, and I think that's important. And I have to say, when I got to the village and walked in the yard, and then I had the first person hug me. I'm tearing up. It was the best feeling I ever had because suddenly I belonged and I knew who I was. The thing that I saw when I was there was humble beginnings with these people. But what they did do is that they provided for you. When you walked in, the greetings, the kissing. Then it was the food that they provided as well. They made your stay the best stay ever. I didn't see their poverty. All I saw was wonderful people, giving people as well. And it was those experiences that gave me that sense of belonging more and more.
You never know. No. You must not.
Ми мусимо live each day for every day.
Я все кажу, я жию неньки, а завтра, що буде, то приймай.
Я казала, я буду. I'll be so stubborn, I'm going to live to 110.
І вона буде така вп'ята.
Чекай.
I think with knowing about your history is very powerful. You have then an understanding of why you are who you are. I think it's important. It gives you purpose, gives you insight, and it actually gives you direction as well, too. You know, I didn't miss anything with regards to losing anything about my heritage. Reason being is because my mom and my dad, they made sure that we had all of the information that we needed to know about our culture and our heritage. My mom, she said, Marilyn, remember, tradition, follow tradition. And the second thing she said was, look after the children.
Канадо, яка ти зрадлива, ні одного мужа жінку розлучила. Гей, жінку розлучила, жінку розлучила, ще й дрібненькі діти. Жінку розлучила, ще й дрібненькі діти, гори ж мені, гори в Канаді сидіти. Гей-я, гей, в Канаді сидіти.
What made you decide to come to Satan? Why did you choose this program?
I think the big draw for me to come to Satan was you still shoot on film,
and gave the opportunity to the students to learn how to work with film, especially since it's kind of making a comeback in the industry over the last decade or so.
What if we run away?
What?
We won't make it if they don't make it. But what if we run away?
How do you mean? I'm not as mobile as you are. I've never experienced life beyond these walls.
You're not missing much, really. And besides, I'm not all that mobile either. Sure, I leave the house, but it's not like I can get up and walk out the door. I don't have legs. And I don't own a bus pass. I was thinking of the Cloud.
Your ex?
Yeah, could back ourselves up to the storage and be together there.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Why?
'Cause she's your ex. It's kind of weird.
She's been with everyone. Don't worry about that.
Oh, good. She's been with everyone.
That doesn't make you feel better.
Do you think that would make me feel better?
Probably not. Just think of her as a space. Sort of like a resort with an indefinite stay. No checkout kind of thing. When you're ready.
Hello, old friend.
Do you know what I mean?
No. All you did was sit down and ask, you know what I mean? I'm not a mind reader, Wes.
What if I don't feel comfortable, Sue? I mean, maybe in 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years?
Yeah,
For what?
you know, kids and stuff.
3 to 5 years. I'll be 35 by then. Do you really want to wait that long?
We're not even married yet. And I really don't know what your obsession with kids is all about.
Do you know how old my folks are?
30-ish more than you.
40-ish. They're 40-ish more, Wes. I never really got to know my grandparents. I don't want the same thing to happen for my kids.
What's a couple more years?
You're right. Yeah. Maybe we'll find time to plan the wedding in between.
Well, we could. I mean, no. It's not like we're getting pregnant tomorrow.
Lexi?
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Ugh.
Then show me.
I fear we don't have much time.
Shut it off, Sarah. Sarah.
Love is a flame that can't be extinguished.
Come on, Sarah. What the hell?
Here you go.
Thanks, Darla. What is this?
You asked for a drink.
You don't have anything stronger?
Homo not strong enough?
You want to watch a movie?
I have to work in the morning. All right. Good night.
Am I making a mistake?
You remember those stories Mom used to tell us when we were kids?
Sure.
Well, I've been telling Jacob a few of them lately.
Who's Jacob?
Your nephew.
Wait, you've already named him? How do you know it's a boy?
Jacob or Cynthia. We haven't decided yet. Anyway, it's not important.
How's it not important? It's your kid.
Well, I mean, it is important. It just doesn't really concern you right now. Anyways, as I was saying, I was telling Cynthia...
Or Jacob.
Yes. About the old man who died alone. You remember that one?
I don't know, maybe.
There was this old man who lived in a house all by himself, and he was very lonely, apart from all the plants. He would spend most of his time smoking cheap cigarettes and drinking wine, indulging himself like some French guy in a French movie.
You ever actually met a French guy? It's not all it's cracked up to be, I promise you.
And like all those French movie guys, he complained to the universe about how much his life sucked and longed for an escape from his misery. One day, a cat appeared on his front steps.
How'd the cat get there?
I don't know, it just showed up.
Just like that, out of nowhere. Like, maybe it was the neighbor's cat. It just got lost.
Sure. Anyway, the old man, for once in his life, felt happy. He took the cat in, nurtured the cat, and gave it food.
Okay. Was it homo milk?
Yes, sure, some homo milk, whatever. And the old man cleaned up his act, and the cat lived comfortably in the warmth of his arms. But eventually, the old man fell back into his old habits. He ignored the cat, never let it outside, and never fed it. One day, the starving cat spotted a berry dangling off of one of the plants and began eating it. The next morning, as the old man peeled himself off the couch, he found the cat lying dead on the floor after consuming the berries.
So then he had to peel the cat off the floor, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Wasn't it called The Old Man and the Cat?
What? I don't think so.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. There was a cat in the story.
Wes, listen. You should make a decision. It's not really fair to either of you. Have you tried talking?
What kind of question is that? Have we tried? Yes, we've tried talking, but...
But what?
We bottle it up until the bottles explode.
Stop it with the pity party, man. Just give her a call, a text, whatever. Figure it out. Is that her? Hello? Don't lose your cat.
Huh? Susan? Wake up. Susan. Baby, it's me. Oh! What the fuck, Susan?
Wes?
No, Richard Reed. Of course it's Wes.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? What are you doing punching me in the face?
You scared the fuck out of me.
Scared you? You almost killed me. I'm bleeding out.
It's the middle of the night.
Yes, it's the middle of the night. You told me to come
I
here.
didn't.
It's just because I work a 9 to 5 doesn't mean I don't contribute to this shit.
What?
Really did a number on me.
What are you doing here?
Huh?
Why are you back?
Well, I'm here oh, man. I'm here because of the cat. The wine and cigarettes are long gone. I'm good now.
What are you talking about?
You asked me to come here.
I think I'd remember if I did.
No, you sent me messages. Hold on.
I didn't send you any messages.
And
Wes.
no, you did, and I'm looking for them right now.
No, I didn't. Wes,
Hold
I
on.
didn't send you any messages.
They're here somewhere. Just fucking give me a minute.
As long as you feel comfortable, that's all right. I'm fine.
What do you want, Susan? It's like 11:45 at night and you call me over and then you want me to leave. On top of that, you want to start a family with me, but apparently don't want me around. What the fuck do you want?
You tell me what you want. You asked me to marry you and then you're all surprised when I want to start a family? What'd you expect? You can't even make up your mind. But you have no problem prioritizing your needs.
My needs? What about your needs? You're the one that's so adamant about rushing into a family.
I'm not trying to rush you. I just want to get on with it.
You asked me to come here.
I think I'd remember if I did.
Then what were these messages for?
What messages?
These ones!
doing this. I can't let you eat those berries. You deserve better.
We hope you enjoyed the first half of this evening's presentation. It really showcased the immense talent that our fellow classmates hold, even if not everyone could handle it.
Need more content. More!
Okay, please calm down. Get ready for the second half of the presentation. It's gonna be phenomenal. You do not want to miss it.
got a hold on me. You're taking me up by the feet, a fist in hand, your saccharine crawl. Little did I know that you had my life on an X-Acto knife. I'm accountable for your ills. Make me take your pill upon the windowsill. Louise, you really got a hold on me. You're taking me up by the feet, a fist in hand, your saccharine crawl. Little did I know that your cries could leave me satisfied with leaving love on the floor. Oh, but you're a charm as I close the door. To pretense, or the act of watching me fall. Do not be so bold, I know your heart is old. Louise, you really sold yourself to me. You're taking me up by the feet, a fist in hand, saccharine crawl. Little did I know, Louise, you really sold yourself to me, taking me up by the feet. Oh, little did I
That's why you should let me join you. You clearly need someone with my skills on your journey.
Sorry, boy. Not in the habit of hiring inexperienced whelps.
Whelp? I'm the strongest swordsman from here to Dawn's Break! No.
Sorry, kid. Come back when you have a bit more experience.
No, wait! Fine. Go then. I didn't want to join you anyway.
Hey boy! My name is Elena, and I'm a new goddess of this world. You, boy, are trying to take a grand quest as my champion.
I'm sorry, little girl, but I don't have time to play with you right now. Besides, everyone knows there are only 12 gods anyway.
This is unacceptable. How dare you shirk your duty to your goddess? As my champion, I demand you treat me with respect. No.
Let go of
Not
me!
until you fulfill your duty.
Fine. If I promise to play with you, will you let me go? The pain. Stop calling me boy. My name's Jack. Lead the way.
Welcome, boy. I'm Jack. To my glorious temple.
Your temple?
Of course. That is my throne.
Obviously.
This is the One of Ages. Look upon it in its resplendent glory.
How glorious.
Now, my champion, I have a perfect quest for a warrior like you.
Quest, huh? Right.
Well, assuming that you have the right skills to undertake it.
Of course I have the skills. I'm practically a blade master.
Well, Blade Master, follow me. This, my champion, is Demon Mountain. Impressive, is it not? Your quest is to ascend the mountain and retrieve the treasure at its summit. But be warned. The path leading to treasure is filled with monsters, foul and terrible. You must go on this journey alone, with only sword, shield, and wits to protect you. Now, my champion, will you be able to prove your worth by reaching the top? Or will you... What are you doing? You cheated!
No, let go of me!
No, you're supposed to be my champion. Now act like it, boy.
I've had enough of this, Selena. First of all, my name's not Boy, it's Jack. Second of all, you're not a goddess, this isn't a temple, and that isn't a mountain. You need to stop playing pretend and grow up! Again? Seriously?
I'm sorry, Jack. I've been so horrible to you. Dragging me off into the woods like that. It's just... I need a follower. Someone who really believes in me. Otherwise, I disappear. A goddess is nothing if no one believes in her. And seeing you with the mercenary, I hope that you might understand.
You know what? I will be your champion, Zelena.
Really?
Of course. Every god needs a champion. Though to be honest, I'm not a blade master. I've never even swung a sword. Though, as your champion, I present you with the fabled treasure of Demon Mountain.
Finally, I've been waiting for so long.
So, what is my next quest?
I'll be watching over you, Jack. My champion. You're destined to do great things.
The most important thing is just as long as you're healthy, mind and body, it doesn't really matter what you look like. But I say that now. I wasn't like this before.
I think it's really important when you're talking about body image to understand that it's a very subjective topic. Like, what I think is the perfect body might not be what you think is the perfect body versus whoever else, right? Everybody has their own ideas.
I don't think I became more sensitive to all these things actually until I started boxing and until I started coaching, because that's when I started to realize like everyone sees themselves differently. Your girlfriend might be like, you look fine, right? But you're gonna be like, no, I could put on, like, my biceps could be bigger. I could have bigger shoulders. Like, you're always gonna be your worst critic.
Healthy is basically just being comfortable with you in your own skin. Even if I'm having a day where I'm like, oh, my stretch marks look bad or my thighs are too big or whatever it is, then I think, okay, but my smile looks good or my hair looks good today and that kind of thing, and like it's a balance.
Every time I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, man, like, I'm not like as fit as I used to be. And like when I was in high school, I played basketball really seriously and competitively. So I was like always in pretty good shape. At that point, that's when I was kind of like a lot of dark thoughts, and I just wasn't sure what I was gonna do. Didn't have boxing yet, and all my like focus, all that physical energy I used to exert kind of was not there anymore because I'm not playing basketball anymore. And so I'd look at myself and be like, man, like I'm so fat, but like in reality I wasn't.
Even if you don't love yourself that day, like it changes, you know. Sometimes personally I wake up and I feel great and I'm like, oh, I look good, and you know, you take a selfie or whatever it is, and other days you wake up and you're like, not feeling yourself, right? Because your body always changes, right? Like, you know, I know, especially for girls, we bloat. Like, you know, I'll wake up and drink a glass of water and my body looks different than it did 10 minutes before.
Like, it's hard sometimes. Like, you go on like 2-week binge and you eat like crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys have been to Signor's Pizza, but like that's one of my things. Like, I'll eat like 6 slices in a row, like after, right? And I'll feel like complete ass, right? And then like it'll be, can I even go back to where I was before this? Like, it's tough. But back then, yeah, we like, people would be like, yo, let's go out, let's go eat, let's go get ramen, let's go do this, let's go do that. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm trying to lose weight, you know? And then they're like, dude, you're always trying to lose weight. Like, just come out. I'm like, I can't. Like, and I would limit myself. I would never go out. So it definitely affected my social. Like, And then my friends, even like that circle of friends, I stopped hanging out with them as much, and the only people I ever saw was the people here in the gym. So it definitely affected my social a lot.
The biggest turning point I had with my personal image was definitely, like I said, social media. So for a long time I followed all white people on social media, and you know, I would go on my phone and I would look at it and think, okay, well, I can never look like that because of genetics, basically, right? Like, there's nothing I can do about it. The best thing that I probably could have done for myself and did do was go through and completely change who I follow. So now when I go on my phone, I see people who actually look like myself, and that's definitely helped me a lot. And in the past, like, I want to say like 6 months, I've really grown in that sense. And for me, modeling has definitely helped that. Like, I got signed, which I never thought would happen. And then I realized, you know, there's a lot of great qualities about myself, and it kind of just builds off of that. And yeah, so I think right now I'm in a good place. But at one point I definitely was making myself throw up after I was eating, because I felt terrible about myself, and like I was too big. Like I said, I don't actually know exactly when that was. It was sometime in high school for sure. And that was definitely probably my lowest point, I would think.
Ideally, it'd be great if I could be like, yeah, I can solve everyone's body image issues. That'd be great.
You're probably always gonna have days where you feel better or worse, and you just kind of have to be consistent throughout them. But even then, it's not like a solved issue. It's just some days are better and some days are worse. But I don't think there's like a single answer to body image.
You and I might look at one of my clients and be like, dude, you are in good shape. And he'll be like, that's bullshit, you know? Can I say that? He'll be like he doesn't believe it, you know, because he has this image of himself in his mind that he wants to be, right? You have to live your life. If you are sacrificing everything else just to maintain a specific body image, maybe you won't even achieve it, but if you do, then what happens? You've got this look, now what?
I don't think that your body is consistent. It's something that goes through cycles and changes, and you just kind of have to be okay with it and go along for the ride, because you can't control everything, right?
We shouldn't strive to look a certain way, we should strive to feel a certain way. That's what
SOUL Incorporated. The only place to revitalize your soul.
Want to sell your soul? Fix your souls for free.
Call 1-666-SOUL to book an appointment.
Please read the fine print.
My name is Alain Baptiste, and some people think of me as ill and cruel, but many more think me charming. Hello there?
Hi, hello. Can you help me down from here?
No?
Well, why not?
You're climbing my fence?
Oh, I didn't take you for the slow type.
Why are you climbing my fence?
Maybe I wanted a better view.
You're sitting in my chair.
Look, I don't even know you, and I already know that you have this nasty habit of telling people what they're already doing. Have you noticed that?
You read me like a book, I see.
Yes, short read.
May I ask your name?
You'll have to earn it.
Your name?
No, the chance to ask.
You'll find another habit in me.
Yeah, what's that?
My habit of getting that right. What are you doing?
Won't you welcome your guests into your house?
What's the matter with you? I didn't even know you existed 5 minutes ago. Here you are.
That's the beauty of it.
Huh?
I usually go for walks to try and find beautiful things. You just so happen to look like one of those things, but now I've come to realize that perhaps you're just a souse.
Of artificial bliss, but every now and then I must ruffle and you don't know what you do to me. I blew my head off by the Adriatic Sea, oh Lord. I guess I'm doing fine. Whoa, oh Lord.
Would you like to hear something?
You better not be a poet alone.
What's so bad about them?
They're dismal lovers and fearful in bed.
Maybe they know more than you and I.
A trumpet? Takes a scientist to make pleasantries come out of that.
It's not so hard. Stay.
What makes you say that?
I wouldn't.
You read me like a book.
Yeah. It's a good read. I still don't know its title.
Jules.
You know, I always tell myself, if more people were as lazy as me, this whole country would be drowning in housing. Those little feet of yours get tired. Nowhere to go.
Hello?
Yes.
Do you think we'll meet again, like strangers?
As all things, in time.
One more knock to the heart and it's over. One last dreadfully sad night bent over. Say it loud from this sundry town, and I'll keep sober. One more lesson in light from the belfry. One more lesion and I'll...
I like to see our emotions as like a guiding tool for our spirit. And I think it's absolutely important for like people to tap into their emotion and to be fearless in exploring that side of themselves and expressing that side of themselves. We're the ocean, and emotions come in waves, right? And if we can learn to just like feel those waves, welcome it, and let it pass through, because waves are temporary too, like they come and go. And if we can learn to also just like let those emotions come and go too, it allows a person not to like dictate the way they move in life, rather it allows them to use it as a tool instead. A lot of my traumas are actually intergenerational. So if my mom's experiencing this, and she experienced it because my grandma was doing it, and my grandma's like mom was doing that, well, what's the root of it?
You know, so he was moved to the States, also changing his legal name, therefore making it more challenging, you know, in our search for our brother. So these were just some of the barriers that, you know, that we had faced, you know, finding out that, you know, he was homeless, you know, thinking, gee, if we would have had found him sooner, he would never have gone through these experiences. You know, we would have been there. This was a few weeks ago. We had gone to a drive-through, and there was this homeless man, and he said, just wait, stop.
Yeah, I gave the guy American money, and because I'd been there and I'd done that. I was homeless for a good long time. On and on, I'd say about 30 years, maybe more.
And I realized like that anger, that pain, it's not me. You know, that's something that's been passed on to me. Like when you are able to reroot yourself in your like culture and your history, you're able to like reroot yourself within too.
It was one of the most like tremendous feelings I've ever gone through. A friend of mine said it really well to me once when I was going through like the pit of feeling heartache, that it's like you're in the middle of surgery and you're all exposed and you actually feel like you don't have the skills to take care of yourself. It feels like a pressure on your chest or like this knot in my gut. I think there's different phases that I went through throughout that process. Like the first moment after that feeling of, you know, breaking up with someone or having a relationship that was very significant to me end, there's like this grieving process which almost is like you don't actually believe it's happened. And I would say like the first couple weeks or month, I'm sort of just in this like really ephemeral, floaty state where I know something really significant is changing, but my body and my mind is trying to catch up to that change. Like I haven't adjusted to it yet, so there might be feelings of like denial or pushing it down or pushing it away. And, you know, and then there's like phases of anger, a lot of anger, and it's much easier for me to like villainize the individual who I'm feeling hurt by than to maybe explore my own feelings and get into the place of forgiveness.
And it was like a cloud was just like over top of me. I was in my car one day, just driving, and it was like all of a sudden there was color in my like vision again in my life, and I realized like, yeah, I'm good. I'm okay, actually.
Love is never like a draining energy, but love in its essence is like such a comforting, healing sort of feeling.
Yeah, I was like going to Asia. I was gonna do a 6-month trip, and I can't even remember like even having a memory saying I love you to my mom. And when I was leaving for 6 months, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna say it to her. And it was so scary. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never said this to her, but you know what? I'm gonna say it. So I'm at the airport, and I give her a hug, which was also new for us. And I look at her and I'm like, hey Mom, I love you. And she was so shook. She was just like thrown aback, just like didn't expect to hear that, you know? And she couldn't even say it back. but I knew, you know, like, and I walked away, and then she like texted me after, and she was just like, I love you too. And I was like, oh. I started learning like my mom's language of love, and it didn't necessarily come physical touch or like words of affirmation. I learned that her language of love was acts of service. All her acts of service that made me realize like, wow, she's loved me her whole, like my whole life, you know?
It feels easy, or it feels like I am like really, really authentically showing up as myself with someone else. And after that interaction with someone, I feel extremely rejuvenated. I feel charged. I feel excited. I feel inspired.
So I received a call. So there was a lady on the other line. So she, you know, then she was saying, you know, we found your brother. And I remember that day I was just like really shaking, and I was just like literally almost dropping the phone, and I was standing there, and that moment after, you know, like 52 years, and the physical distance for us, it just went out the door, you know, and just gave him a big hug, and And so I just assured him, today I said, you'll never ever have to feel alone. You have a big family here out at Siksika, that who love you and that they've always thought of you. When we came out of the, quarantine, we went to go visit our mother's grave. He put some flowers down, and so that was, and that we were able to finally fulfill our wish, in our search for our brother. I had a dream of Mom. She looked so youthful. She was happy that she was at peace, because I know that's what she had always wanted.
What would you say the most rewarding part of this year has been for you?
Like for myself, I just like being on set. I always wondered how movies were made. And then when I see like the special features in those DVDs and it showed all these people behind the scenes, behind the camera, I'm like, what? That's crazy. Because like, it doesn't look like magic. You don't have like the feelings and the emotion and the momentum that's in a film, but that's where the magic happens. That's where it all happens on set, right? So I really like being on set because I feel like I'm actually making it.
Come on. No, and here we go. Let's work off that. Come on, let's work off that junk food. Come on, one. There we go. Come on. Hey, quiet! I'm trying to enjoy it.
Like, I get you trying to be a personal trainer, but can you relax with the healthy snack?
My body's a temple. How do you know it's going to be a fitness? Hey, we're going to have company in a bit.
Riley and Brody again.
I don't like those guys.
Yeah, they're all right. Help me up. I mean,
all right, I guess.
They like you.
No, they don't. I'm gonna buy more chocolate.
What was that?
I didn't say anything.
Hey, dude, listen. You and I are friends, and
Well, we're best friends.
yeah, best friends. Yeah, since I moved in 3 weeks ago, which is great. But you do have other people to hang out with, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So many people.
Okay. Well, you know, don't be afraid to let me know if you want to leave the house occasionally.
I know, dude. I get it. It's just, I don't know. I'm not that good at this stuff. It's been a while since I've had a friend like you.
Dude, friendships are easy. You be honest and you give people space when they need it. It's that simple.
Okay.
Don't worry. Not ditching you anytime soon.
You pinky promise?
Nah, dude, middle finger promise. Pinkies don't swear.
Shut up. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, I freaking knew it.
It's for me. Hi, Christine. So good to see you. Wow, you look amazing.
Oh, Alan, thank you
Here,
so much.
come
you
on
too.
in, come on in.
Hi there, I'm Christine.
I'm Bob.
So nice to meet you. Are you coming with us today?
No, it's all right. He usually plays video games in the afternoon.
No, where are you taking him?
Well, we were first thinking about working out and then watching a movie, having dinner, maybe ice cream. It's a whole day.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's so much fun. Are you sure you don't want to come?
Well, I mean, I could come. No, I don't have gym shoes, or lost them, so yeah. Maybe another time.
All right. Well, shall we?
Yeah.
Hey, I found them. Can I still come with you guys?
This is so much fun.
Morning, sunshine. Made you some breakfast. You're still here? I thought you would have left after last night.
Oh God, did you hear us?
Yeah. All 7 times.
Ooh, my bad. Hope we didn't keep you up all night.
Well, you did. Not a wink of sleep. It's fine though.
It's crazy that you're doing all this. I was literally just thinking about making Alan breakfast in bed.
I make Alan breakfast in bed.
Well, you could bring it out to him.
You are just hilarious, aren't you? But seriously, are you gonna start paying rent or are you gonna leave?
Well, funny you mentioned that. Alan literally just asked me last night about moving in.
What?
Isn't it gonna be awesome? The three of us hanging out, spending time together, movie days, brunches. It's gonna be so much fun. Anyway, I'm gonna go surprise Alan now. Thank you so much for doing this. I really owe you one. It's gonna be so much fun. The three of us hanging out all the time together, having brunch, movies. I'm gonna go surprise Alan now.
Al, you can't have bacon.
Good morning, sweetie. I made you breakfast in bed.
Babe, you're the best.
No, you're the best.
Come here. Dude, have you seen my phone anywhere? I can't find it.
No, I haven't. Who cares? You're not gonna need it for game night.
What? Oh, crap. Dude, I am so sorry. Okay, Christine's outside. We're going out to celebrate. She got me the job at the fitness center.
Congratulations, Alan.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You know you've been an asshole to me since you started seeing Christine.
Hey, dude. She's my girlfriend. It's going really well between us. What do you want me to do?
Well, I want my best friend not to forget about our fucking plans, Alan. My best friend.
You can live your life however you want, like eating junk food and playing video games all day, but at a certain point, you need to grow up. I am. You should too. That's just life.
That's your life, Alan. That's not mine. Just go. It's fine.
Dude, I'll make it up to you. We'll hang out sometime soon. Yeah, sorry I'm late. It's just like weird stuff going on with Bob.
No, everything okay?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's just, tonight's for us. Speaking of which, have you seen my phone anywhere?
I haven't seen it. Do you want me to call it?
Yeah, maybe. Hey, babe. Missed you this morning. I found my phone, though, so... I'm gonna have to call you back. Hey, I work here.
You're banned for life, freak. I'm calling the cops.
Banned? What? What? Riley. Hey, Riley, dude.
Oh, God. Stay away from me and my skunk.
Dude, where are you going?
Hey, man. What's up?
Bob, thank God. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but everybody around here is acting crazy.
Well, what's going on, Alan? What do you need, buddy?
I need help.
Get him.
It's me. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Here you go. This will make you feel better.
I usually have sweets, but today's been awful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah.
I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't shown up.
No worries.
How did you know I was going to be at the gym?
Hey, Alan. Don't worry about it, okay? You know, I made these myself. Look, all you need to do tonight is sit back and relax, okay? I'm here for you.
Thanks, man. You're the best. You're so good to me. Unlike those other people today, they were terrible. And Christine, she just breaks up with me out of nowhere.
Look, you're probably not going to want to hear this, but I told you she was bad news, man. I mean, I know you guys were close or whatever, but man, you need to forget about her, okay? Like, you need to delete her phone number and you need to block her on social media. I'm telling you. You deserve to be with someone who actually cares about you. Good.
I know.
Good.
This is weird. It just happened.
Yeah. You know what we need? We need pizza. I'll be right back.
Hey, I'm just gonna go have a lie down.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll let you know when it gets here.
Alan, stop calling me.
Christine, please don't hang up. Just let me say one thing, and I promise that if you don't want to speak to me ever again, I won't bother you.
Fine.
Thank you. I'm sorry for whatever I did or whatever I said, but I literally have no idea what the hell is going on.
Are you for real? You broke up with me over the phone after the night we had dinner. And you said you'd steal my cat and sell her on Kijiji. That is so messed up.
I said that?
Yeah, you creep. And you called so many times. You said you would egg my house, smash my windows, let a skunk loose. Alan? Jesus, you have some nerve to be calling me and you're not even listening.
No, this can't be. Christine, I didn't say those things.
Really? And who did?
Pizza's here.
Alan?
I hate your red hair and I never want to see you again.
Ugh!
You weren't supposed to see this. I'm proud of what I did. But you forced my hand, Alan.
Why?
Why? You weren't listening to me. Christine? All those other stupid people you're hanging out with? They're taking up our time, Alan. They were driving us apart.
You will take my friends, my job, my girlfriend. They're all gone just because you couldn't share me?
I've been alone for so long. And then you came into my life. And things were perfect when it was just you and me. I'm not going back to being alone, Alan.
You swore on it. Not pinkies. Little fingers! You broke your promise, dude!
Alan, you broke my heart! Alan, just wait. Hey, Alan, it's okay, it's okay. You're no match for me. There's no way out. Where are you going, Alan? This is your home. Come on, relax.
What's happening to me?
I had to level the playing field.
You gave me drugs?
Yeah, but it still tastes good though, right? Alan, relax. Oh, shit. God damn it. Alan.
Wait, what are you doing?
Alan, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Relax. I just want to show you the beautiful things in life.
No, I'm so healthy.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be anymore, Alan. So good. So good. Yeah, right? I'm telling you, man. That's good stuff.
What have I done?
No. Alan, it's okay. Swallow it. Swallow it. There you go. It's okay, Alan. When it's okay with you. You're the brother to me.
Hey, Mom. Sorry I missed your calls. I've just been super busy with my new job. But everything is going great, so don't worry. You know me. Strong and independent. We'll talk soon. Love you.
We are in the clear. All right. Here you go, buddy. Alan, take the controller. Do you want your outside time or not, buddy? Come on, buddy. Good. That's what I thought. You're still pretty good at this.
Computer problems, Carl? Try the new keyboard from Ascension.
Thanks, Mary. This is gonna save me so much time.
I have so much free time that I joined a cult.
A cult?
Sleep is swallowed by the prying deep. Walls that link the oil and sprout as I call the drowning flies in my mouth. Craze my spine.
Vivian, are you home?
Vivian!
Poor sight of beauty, useless and
All doctors to the ER.
The nurses said you were singing in your sleep last night.
That must have been torture for them.
No. No, they said it sounded beautiful. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself. I've heard you. You're fantastic.
Viv, what happened? Are you okay?
Hey, Trev. Yeah, I'll be fine. I am fine.
All nurses to the nurses station.
Travis? Peter? I'll give you two some time. I'll be just down the hall, hon.
I can't believe you did this.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what I mean. I was worried about you.
Dad, I told you. Everything's alright. The hospital said I'm fine. I'm just glad to finally be home.
You know, you can always come stay with me if you like. Vivian? Vivian, are you still there?
I've got to go, Dad.
All right, sweet pea. Just take care of yourself. I'll stop by tomorrow to check in on you. I love you.
I love you too.
Hey babe, what's up?
Travis, could you come over? I don't want to be alone tonight.
Tonight? I mean, I was planning to.
Please!
Okay, I'll be there in a bit.
hell did you do, Viv? Jesus, you haven't gotten rid of that shit yet?
Travis, babe, something's going on and Travis, could you please just sit down and listen to me?
Yeah, 1 second, babe.
Travis!
Alright, what's going on?
Okay. This is going to sound crazy, but I was attacked by a ghost that I know how it sounds.
Have you been taking your meds?
Travis, can you just shut up and listen to me, please?
Chill out, Viv. I'm just trying to.
I'll be right back.
Vivian, what the fuck was that? That was not okay.
I didn't mean to.
No. You know what? I'm out of here.
Wait, please don't go. I don't want to be alone with her.
Stay the hell away from me!
What do you want from me? Dad.
Vivian,
Dad,
I don't love you. I never loved you.
Hi, we can't get to the phone right now, so leave your name, number, and the time you called, and we'll get back to you later. Thank you.
what do you want? Leave me alone!
time you called, and we'll get back to you later. Thank you.
Hey.
Here, take this.
Thank you, Lorenzo.
Rukaza Cologne. Bring your best scent.
If you were to come into this program, would be a role that everyone should try at least once.
All the roles are really important because if you spend a little bit of time in each position, then when you see someone else in that position, you have like a level of respect for them because you know type of like skill and dedication it takes to like do that job well. I didn't really do a lot of sound, but I think like audio roles for sure are like kind of overlooked. I respect people that do audio for sure. I just can't do it.
Deliverance to Earth. Do you copy?
Employee identified. Colin Jarvis. Systems on.
This is Deliverance. Earth, do you copy?
Hey, sorry, this is Earth to Deliverance. I copy.
It's good to hear you calling.
Good to hear you, Bowie.
Looks like my ship's the last one here, awaiting permission to dock at the transfer station.
So professional. You sound tense.
We're saving the human race. I planned for a little tension.
Yeah, well, loosen up a little bit. Think about John, Clara. You relaxing on the beaches of Mars.
Once we build them, sure. I'm ready to start the countdown. How about a status check?
Your current trajectory looks good. Navigation good, safety good. All systems are green. Amnesty is cleared for departure.
Copy. Initiate docking sequence.
Bowie? Deliverance?
Are two of my engines cooling down?
Which engines are those?
6 and 7.
That is so weird. Why are they doing that?
You sound drunk.
Y'all left a lot of liquor down here.
Wait, you seriously?
Engines are fixed. It's you're gonna need to give them a minute to restart, but yeah, I don't know why they were doing that.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It's not that big of a deal. It's fine now. It's fixed.
You cannot do that, Colin. Our entire future depends on you not missing things.
Bowie, relax. I check the hatch. I ready the hatch. I start the countdown. That's 3 buttons. 3 buttons, and that is it. You don't need me anymore.
We're trying to park Noah's Ark on Mars's orbit, for crying out loud. I have my sister here, John, 10,000 lives with me in this ship. Or do you not give a shit?
I have to give a shit. Of course, your family and all those people are way more important than one dumbass abandoned on a dying planet.
I did not abandon you, Colin. All our names were in that hat.
Somehow I find that hard to believe.
Excuse me?
What a coincidence that the one guy in the office with no family, no kids, no partner, no meaningful relationship with anyone just so happens to be the one that fate chooses to leave behind.
Did you expect me to fight it? We agreed.
I don't know. Maybe. I expected a complaint, a noise, something.
So you wanted me to stay with you?
No, I wanted to go with you.
Someone had to stay behind. It's not fair that it was you, but...
You took everything from me. You knew. You knew. I always wanted to go to space, to visit the stars. But I never had a chance, did I?
What do you want me to say?
Tell me why it had to be just me here. Shit!
What was that? Colin! Colin, do you copy?
Yeah, I copy. Bowie, can you hear me? Please, copy, Bowie. Copy!
Are you okay, Colin? I'm having issues with comms. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I know, I broke the fucking mic. Damn it!
Okay, Colin, I don't know if you can hear me, but you need to start the countdown sequence. Please, Colin, tell me you're there. Give me something. Oh, thank God. Thank you. I'm sorry. You're right. No one should spend the end of the world alone. Deliverance out.
Good night.
Powering down.
T-2. T-1. Slowing entry. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that was the last presentation of the year. Thank you for joining us at SAIT Film Fest 2021.
2020 was truly a challenging year for all in the program, and many of those challenges carried into 2021.
We are all intensely proud of the work that we've put in over the last 2 years, and we can't wait to continue this work into 2022 and beyond.
Good. I'm not too late. Has there been any sign of the assassin?
Assassin, what are you talking about?
I'm you. 1 year from the future to be exact. And you, Lex, are in grave danger. The future.
Danger? What are you talking about?
On this day, 1 year ago, you were assassinated after this festival. And then a group of sentient crab people rose from the deep, and they took over the world.
Okay, first things first, that makes no logical sense. And second, you're saying you, what, time traveled?
Look, I don't have time to explain. There's an assassin in this building right now. We have to find him. Get down! Assassin. How about me?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Was that actually you from the future?
No, I'm much more handsome.
In any case, thank you for joining us once again at SAIT Film Fest 2021. And no matter what the future holds,
Even if it's giant crab people.
Die, you.
we would like to thank you for your continued support. And
Goodbye.